All right, so let's go over something I want to talk about here, our 4th core principles. So what are our core principles right now? Kindness. Work ethic. Positive attitude. Okay, work ethic is like fast, speed, okay, which is kind of interesting because we're talking about cars and racing right now. But work ethic, going fast, speed, okay, responsiveness, all that. Kindness, all right, and then positive attitude. So what is going to be our 4th core principle?
Being coachable.
Being coachable. That's a good one. Yeah, that's an important one. I think that kind of goes towards like kindness and positive attitude, because if you're like, have empathy and if you have positive attitude, hey, like coaching could help me. Like this could help me, So a lot of coachability kind of goes with positivity. If you're a positive person, you feel like this information is going to help me. Accuracy. It's very important, but maybe that one's more like work ethic, Adaptability, yeah, we've been through so much. That is important. As the longer you're in business, the more adaptable you have to be. But this is something I kind of came up with as I saw what took us to another level this month.
Expansion.
Grit, yeah, grit is a great one. Okay, but positive attitude, working hard. As long as you have that, you're going to have grit. Efficiency, okay. That's a good one too. I love that one. We should have 10 core principles. But what did you guys see with Alexis and Luis last month? Competition, yeah. Our 4th core principle is going to be having a competitive drive. Well, what is competitive drive?
Motivation.
Yeah, encompasses a lot of things, right? Motivation, growth, yep. Encouragement. Trying to do better than before. That's a good one, okay? Definition, a strong inner motivation to win, achieve, outperform, fueled by ambition and determination. All right, so we all want to get better. We all want to win in this business. We all want to win in life. So that's going to be one of our core principles. So it's something we have to be careful with. So I want to just kind of define our culture here, the DKIA competitive culture. One of the things I want to go over is a lot of sales environment does have competitive environments, but it could be pretty bad pretty quickly. Okay, because if you're overly competitive, then you're doing stuff that is not good. You're like stealing someone's policies, or you're just not nice to people because you just want to beat them so much. Okay, so being competitive is good, but we have to balance it. So the good thing is our 2nd core principle is being kind. So what we are going to be is we're going to be competitive and kind at the same time. That really balances things out. Okay, you want the other people to win. You're going to follow the rules. You're not going to steal anyone's policies, right? But you still want to win. That competitive drive is going to be in there, but you just have to balance it with being always remembering to be a good person. Okay. Now the other thing we're going to do is we don't try to win by slowing others down. A lot of work cultures have this too. So let's say this is your car, and this is your competitor's car, your teammate's car. Let's just say. Right? What some people try to do is instead of trying to go faster, you guys have some crazy exes? Okay, they try to slash the other person's tire. Okay, or they put like roadblocks there. Their focus is on slowing other people down. Okay, a lot of people, sometimes you notice some people, they're always talking crap about other people. They're just always like gossiping and trying to put other people down. And you know why people do that is because they're insecure about their own car. Okay, they actually don't like their car, so they have to try to put other cars down so their car doesn't look as bad. Okay, so that what we do here is we don't do that. All right, we just work on our car. Okay, this car could be going fast. Okay, I'm just going to try to go work on, I'm going to try to get my game up. I'm trying to make my car faster. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to try to make myself better. We're not trying to focus on other people's cars, trying to tear people down. A lot of work cultures are like that. So we don't want to do that, and we want to, just work on our game and making ourselves better. And we're not doing that. All right? So the DK competitive culture, another thing is we recognize and praise the winners because they raise everyone's game and help the agency the most. And some work cultures, I can't believe it, are like that too. When someone's doing really well, someone's really making money, then everybody starts hating that person. Okay, it's like, no, that person is helping us. Like, let's praise them and recognize them and appreciate them. Okay, we're not gonna hate the people that are doing really well here. But yeah, there should not be any hate on high performers. We're going to try to help the underperformers. That's what we're going to do here. All right. Last thing here is we're going to, when we win, what we're going to do?
Celebrate.
Celebrate. Yep. I'm terrible at that, but yeah, we should do more of that.
Be humble.
That's right. When we win, we stay humble and hungry and feel we can still get better. That's super important to me. No matter what level we get to, we got to $1 million, I'm thinking 2 million here. When we get to another level, we want to have a humility and we always want to be coachable. We always want to say like, hey, I can learn more, I can still get better. What else is out there? What new carriers are out there? What new information is out there? Because we continually believe that there's new levels to get to. Okay, so that's the culture that we want to have and we do a really good job of that when we win. And we talk a little bit of crap and stuff like that, that's fine. You know, I kind of, that's part of me too. So we don't want to be overly sensitive when it comes to stuff like that. Sometimes we may cross the line here and there, but you know we fix each other. We have a good culture, but we want to celebrate the winners, and then when we win, we want to do it in style. All right. So two key questions to ask yourself here. Okay. First question to ask yourself is, what areas of life do you want to win? I mean, there's some people that are very competitive in wild stuff. When I was in college, I was competitive. It was so weird. Like it's so embarrassing, but I was like, hey, I could outdrink people. Like at the party, like everyone would be passed out and I'll be the ones like still trying to get people to take shots. Like I can't believe that, like that was my competition. It was like so weird. You know, it's embarrassing. Or some people will be in competition of like, hey, I could smoke more weed than you. You know, weird stuff. You know, or
competition's competition now. That's how I see it.
Everybody has. There's so many games you could play, right? Some people competition is like fantasy football. Like they just spend so much time in it. They want to win in that so much, or some people's competition, they brag about like, oh yeah, have you seen this show? Like, oh yeah, I've seen it like when it first came out. Like, you haven't seen it yet? Like, you're behind. I'm like, that's are you bragging or like what? Is that gambling? Okay, hooking up. These are things that people really compete in life. Okay, so my recommendation, you can compete in a lot of things in life, but just like, you know, if you are really into something, you can't compete in so many areas of life, because if you're really good at one thing, then you're taking something away from the other things. So my recommendation is you want to win in these areas: relationships, okay, family, you know, spouse, you know, faith. Have a good relationship with the people you care about. I will compete with that. You know, be like, hey, I have a good relationship with my kids. Those are things that you want to be proud of and compete in. Number 2 is health. Okay, that's a good one to be. And you guys are going down there. You guys are helping each other. You guys have competition literally for this. So this is a good competition because it's healthy. Okay, and it relates. If you're taking care of yourself, it's going to help you with relationships, and it's going to help you with number 3, money. And Alexis said, you know, the more money he has, he could take care of people that he loves, and Diego could spend money on himself and stuff like that. This is a good thing to be in competitive. Some people are like, oh, I don't want to play that game. I don't like the money game. Like, I'm not competitive in money. It's like, well, it's kind of an important thing in life. So it might be a good one if you have any type of competitive drive in you to kind of put that in one of your top categories. All right. So second question to ask yourself, who are you competing with? Choose your competition wisely. I thought it was very ballsy. I thought it was kind of crazy that Luis, I think it was on his birthday or something like that. It was like, hey, what's your goal or something like that? And he said he wants to be number 1. Or I think he may even said, I want to take your, yeah, he may have said, I want to take your spot. Okay, but.
I was like, all right, brother.
But that's a smart way of picking who you want to compete with, right? Like me, I could say like, hey, I'm doing great compared to local farmers agencies, but that doesn't motivate me or excite me or make me any creative or do anything. You know, it's like, I look at our agency like, hey, I want to compete with the Adrianas. I want to compete with the Freeways. I want to compete with the best because I know how freaking hard it is. And I'd rather try to compete with the best than, you know, you could say like, hey, like relationship-wise or money-wise, I'm doing better than like, you know, my loser friend from high school. Who you compare yourself against really makes a difference on where you're going to end up doing. Okay, so you want to compare yourself and hang out with people that are great. So And that doesn't mean they're like your competition, like you don't like him or anything like that. I remember Laura, when Jazz was here, like you always be here, but like you guys were like best friends, like and still like motivate each other to do better. Okay, and that competition could always change too. Who you're competing against yourself, who you compare yourself against, could change too. So maybe have somebody in mind that you're like, hey, you don't have to like let them know. But you could secretly say that, like, hey, I'm going after this person and I want to do better than them. I'm really looking at Diego. All right, so yeah, choose who you're competing against very wisely. Okay, you don't want to compare yourself with somebody who's like just not doing well in life. Like, hey, at least I'm doing better than them. It's like, hey, who you compare yourself against really makes a big difference in your future. So once again, all right, here's our culture here. We're competitive and kind. We don't try to win by slowing others down. We support each other. We try to help people get better. We appreciate and praise the winners. And when we win, we stay humble. All right. I do appreciate some of you guys who have came here new and say, hey, this is a culture. I like it here. I like it's different here. People are happy here. That's really, really important to me because I want to not only help you guys make more money, but I want you guys to be at a workplace that's healthy. Okay, it's just something that I really believe in is going to be our competitive advantage. So we're going to be competitive, but we're going to keep these things in mind. And key question to ask yourself, what areas do you want to compete in? Okay, pick, but you could probably only pick 3. And then who are you competing with? So think about that too. Okay, who are you competing with? Who you're comparing yourself with? Who do you respect? Who do you kind of want to be like? It doesn't have to be in this office. It could be anything. But who are you comparing yourself with and who are you competing with is going to be a question that's going to make a big difference in how you guys operate here. All right? So to end this, I want to answer a question you guys might be thinking. Why is he so into racing all of a sudden?
You started watching F1.
Did you watch the movie?
I did watch the movie.
It's good.
You watched it? Anybody watched it here?
I watched it.
Yeah. So the character Brad Pitt, many times during the movie, he turns down money. And I'm like, what's he doing? What is he doing? It's like, he's so weird. Like he turns down money and he's like, at the end, he just basically says like, I just love racing. I just love racing. Like sometimes when you're racing, I get into a situation where everything goes quiet and I feel like I'm flying and it's like I'm in a flow state and everything seems like it's going slow and everything's perfect and I'm just chasing after that. I don't get that every race, but every once in a while I get that feeling. And he's just like, that's not about the money for me. So I started thinking like, wow, that's so cool, right? But I'm always thinking about money, but like I started thinking like, what do I love more than money? Because, the agency is still trying to work its way to getting profitable. And I've kind of figured myself out, what do I love? And I figured, what do you guys think I love?
Helping people hit goals.
Helping people hit goals. Thank you, Diana. Yeah, I love that.
Grow.
I love growing. Love my family.
Giving people a lifestyle they want.
Yeah, thank you guys. Yeah. Other things I love hearing a cha-ching sound.
Cha-ching.
Especially when it's like back to back to back. I love getting 5-star reviews.
Recognition.
What's that?
You love recognition.
I love giving recognition. Recognition for me?
You like for your business. You
For a business? Yeah, that drives me a little bit.
Or appreciation.
I love feeling appreciated. I love giving appreciation too, but I love hiring new producers. I love seeing the team grow. I love just writing millions and millions and millions of premium. I just love that.
So you love money.
I love money, but it's almost like I'm spending money. I'm even willing to lose money to write policies. I love it so much. And I even love the losing part because that helps me become stronger. So I love everything about this game, and I just want to appreciate you guys for being part of this team here and competing with me, okay? And I'm ready to go faster. So let's turn our engines on, and let's get ready to compete and win. Thank you, guys.